Palantir Stock News: Why investors are selling PLTR stock too early. Investors should hold Palantir. Hey there, savvy investors! Welcome back to another episode of Palantir Stock News. If you've been following the financial markets lately, you know that Palantir Technologies Incorporated, with ticker symbol PLTR, has been a real roller coaster ride. But here's the million-dollar question. Are investors hitting the panic button and selling their PLTR stock too early? Well, today we're going to uncover some eye-opening insights that might just change your perspective. We've got two compelling articles on the docket. First up, Palantir: Growth Slowdown Makes It a Hold, where it suggests that Palantir may be experiencing a slowdown in its growth compared to previous periods. It highlights concerns about the company's ability to maintain its rapid expansion and whether it might be entering a phase where it's not as attractive for short-term gains. However, it's important to remember that hold doesn't necessarily mean sell. It could simply be a signal to reassess your investment strategy and consider your long-term goals. Is there more to the story than meets the eye? We're about to find out. And then, we'll dive into NVIDIA thrusts red-hot Palantir stock into the spotlight today. Here's why. Where it discusses NVIDIA's role in bringing attention to Palantir stock. NVIDIA's involvement or partnership with Palantir is likely seen as a positive catalyst for the stock. It suggests that there might be exciting developments or collaborations on the horizon that could drive Palantir's stock price higher. Investors should pay attention to this potential synergy and consider it when evaluating their investment decisions. What's NVIDIA's role in this Palantir drama? Stick around to get the inside scoop. So, whether you're a seasoned investor or just dipping your toes into the stock market waters, this episode is a must-watch. We'll help you separate the noise from the signal and give you the information you need to make informed decisions. Let's get started. Palantir: Growth Slowdown Makes It a Hold. First off, we're delving deep into an article titled Palantir: Growth Slowdown Makes It a Hold. So what's the scoop? Well, it seems that Palantir Technologies has been making some significant strides lately. They're on the path to sustainable profitability, and that's a big win. But here's the kicker. All this good news might already be baked into the stock's price. The author here has been pretty bullish on Palantir for the long term, and it's not hard to see why. The company's been executing its growth strategy well and recently hit GAAP profitability, which is like the gold star of the business world. But things get interesting when we look at the more recent numbers. Palantir just dropped its Q2 2023 earnings report and it was, well, okay. Revenues clocked in at $533 million, a 13% year-over-year increase, and its trailing 12-month revenue hit $2 billion for the first time ever. Not too shabby, but, and there's always a but, the growth seems to be slowing down. Palantir had been eyeing a 30% annual growth target, but it's not quite hitting the mark. US government revenue went up by 10% and commercial revenues grew by 20% year-over-year, but it's still not matching the customer count's impressive 38% year-over-year increase. Basically, new customers are coming on board, but they're not spending as much as Palantir had hoped. Now, that's not all bad news. Historically, Palantir has managed to get its existing customers to spend more over time, which is a pretty promising sign for future growth. But here's where it gets interesting for investors. The market's expectations for Palantir's growth seem to be cooling down. Consensus estimates for 2023 revenue are around $2.2 billion, with a 16% year-over-year increase. $2.63 billion in 2024, up 19% year-over-year, and close to $3.2 billion by 2025, 21% year-over-year growth. That means Palantir might miss its earlier goal of hitting $4 billion in annual revenue by 2025. The growth engine isn't revving as high as it once was. However, there's still plenty of good stuff going on. Palantir has been hiring more salespeople and managing its expenses effectively. The company even reported a positive GAAP operating income of $14 million for the second consecutive quarter. That's a great sign of improving sustainability, especially when the economic winds start blowing in the right direction again. Looking ahead, Palantir expects annual revenues of $2.2 billion in 2023, supported by strong billings in Q2 2023. They've also launched a new platform called AIP to tap into the AI market. But until we see how much money that's bringing in, it's tough to gauge its impact on the financials. On the balance sheet department, Palantir's looking pretty solid with over $3 billion in cash and no debt. They even announced a $1 billion share buyback program, which is a good sign for shareholders. So where does all this leave us? Well, Palantir's fundamentals are on the up and up, even though the growth engine isn't roaring as loudly. The valuation is also caught up with the company's improving fortunes, so it's not exactly a bargain right now. In a nutshell, the article suggests that Palantir is transitioning from a growth company to a more mature one. Its valuation is now more grounded in earnings potential, which is a good thing. But until that earnings figure climbs a bit higher, we might see the stock trading in a holding pattern. Palantir still got plenty of potential, but it might not be the rocket ship it once was. It's looking like a hold for now, as the stock takes a breather on its journey to the stars. NVIDIA thrusts red-hot Palantir stock into the spotlight today. Here's why. Lastly, we're diving into an article titled NVIDIA thrusts red-hot Palantir stock into the spotlight today. Here's why. This one has got some intriguing insights about the recent roller coaster ride of Palantir stock. So here's the deal. Palantir has been all the buzz on social media lately. The stock was on the upswing but took a bit of a nosedive, down 4%. But why? Well, it seems Palantir hitched a ride on NVIDIA's pre-market momentum, only to lose some steam when the market opened. Now, let's talk about NVIDIA for a moment. Just yesterday, after the market closed, NVIDIA pulled off a hat trick by delivering another set of robust quarterly results. They not only beat expectations but sailed far above them. And you know what fueled this rocket ride? Artificial intelligence, my friends. Last quarter, NVIDIA's revenue skyrocketed a jaw-dropping 88% compared to the previous quarter and a whopping 101% compared to the same period last year, hitting a staggering $13.51 billion. The analysts' average estimate, a mere $11.9 billion. But it doesn't stop there. NVIDIA's sales from data centers, thanks to the AI revolution, soared an incredible 141% compared to the previous quarter and a mind-boggling 171% year over year. And on the bottom line, their earnings per share outshone the average estimate, coming in at $2.70 versus the mean estimate of $2.09. Now, looking ahead, NVIDIA expects sales of $16 billion for Q3, which is way above the average estimate of $12.4 billion. CEO Jensen Huang proudly mentioned that NVIDIA is basically providing the foundation for AI, with cloud infrastructure companies and major enterprise IT system providers all relying on NVIDIA's chips to power this technology. And this is where the Palantir comes into the picture. In June, Palantir unveiled its own AI platform, which can generate conversational responses to users' questions, much like our friendly AI here, ChatGPT. Palantir believes that their AI platform can avoid the infamous hallucinations that some other chatbots have been known for. Notably, Palantir CEO Alex Karp recently mentioned that they're keen on figuring out how to make money from AI. They are convinced that their platform will help organizations make smarter decisions. Now, here's the twist. In its 20-year history, Palantir has never managed to turn an annual profit. But with NVIDIA's chips playing a crucial role in the AI revolution, there's a glimmer of hope that this might finally change. So there you have it, folks. NVIDIA's stellar performance is sending positive ripples through the AI landscape, and Palantir might just ride that wave to some exciting places. And that's it. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channel for more updates. Thank you for joining us in this video, and we hope to see you in the next one.